Factory Man. And time now is 7:39.
Spida Hunter from ehpfitness.com. He knows a bit about fitness.
Aye, that he does. Spida Hunter from ehpfitness.com joining us on the phone today from his gymnasium. A little bit later than normal. Apologies for that. G'day there, Spida.
Morning, Wammo.
All good? All good? Good week for you?
It has been, mate. It's been my first proper week. Trained most of the week, back in the groove of things, trying to get rid of the holiday habits.
Yeah, which I think most people are still trying to do at the moment. And last week we were talking about setting the how to put into practice some of those goals that you might have had or dreamed up over the holiday period.
The New Year's resolutions that never stick.
That's right. Yeah. But we're going to be a little bit more specific today.
Yeah, mate. We might as well progress that a little bit more and be a bit strategic.
Strategic. I like that word. I like a good strategy.
Yeah, we've got to have. Well, I think it's time people have strategies towards their goals now. Because last week we figured out, about goals and resolutions and how much they pretty much suck anyway. So
yeah,
I think we could provide a strategic plan to achieve whatever goals people have, or maybe other solutions.
Okay, so how to be strategic about your fat loss goals.
Yeah, because that's the common thread. It is summer in New Zealand, although it's not very summery here in Christchurch. So that's the common thread is fat loss, weight loss issues. So when people embark upon that kind of journey, what they want to do is there's obviously, if you break things down, if you think of a pie graph, in that pie graph you've got nutrition, you've got fitness, you've got strength, you've got fat loss. You may have flexibility in there, and you may have health and stuff. So it's a matter of ticking each little wee part of the pie graph so you've got your bases covered, really. And with regards to nutrition, the first steps you want to do is write down what you eat. We've discussed it before, but it's the most common thing people don't do is write it down.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you write it down, you become conscious of what you had and what is real and what is not real.
Yeah.
And I don't get no, my nutrition's pretty good. It is, honest.
Yeah.
Show me the proof.
We always hear that, don't we? That when it comes to goals, writing things down makes things more real, makes things tangible.
Yeah, it just puts thoughts to paper, ink on pad, so you're inking your goals or what you're trying to achieve, because the amount of clutter we have in our mind, if we can get some of it on a piece of paper somewhere, it's just going to help you sleep at night.
And when you say writing down your nutritional intake, how do you do that?
Because most people... The first thing I suggest is buy A4 hardcover book, and then in that they'll have Monday, and then people are up now, aren't they? They're listening to us. So at 7 o'clock, 7:30, they might be having breakfast, and they write the time down and what they ate. Underneath that, they might have smoke at 10 o'clock, and they write down the time and what they ate. And then 12 o'clock, 2:30, 5:30, and what they ate at 9 o'clock at night before they hit the sack. So
simply writing what they ate, or do you need to put calories next to that, kilojoules or whatever it is?
No, that's further down the track, and even that, you don't actually, no one here, we don't count calories because we're not in the bodybuilding industry. People come here and they want to tone up, lose weight, and you can do that 90% of the time without counting calories. That's where people get confused. You don't actually have to count calories. So you just write it down, because once you see it on paper, you realise, KFC for lunch 3 times a week is probably not so much of a good thing.
So you're getting an indication of what types of food you're eating as opposed to exactly what those foods are made up of, though.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a matter of just putting it on paper in a broad sense, what you're having without too much detail, and then you can refer back to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Sunday and look at it. What you actually did eat. Yeah. Because lots of people notice once they start writing down that they think, oh, okay, now that I have to write it down, without realising it, they choose to eat better.
So you're saying I ate 5 pies this week. Probably should cut down on the pies.
There you go. No one wants to admit they had 5 pies this week. And then, that's one very, very, very effective and simple strategy for people to use when they're, trying to find a strategic approach to fat loss and nutritional basket. And then you've got, your exercise program, what you do there. And that's the same thing. You want to have a program when you turn up to the gym or when you get about to exercise. Obviously, it depends where you start on the spectrum. If you've never exercised before, then you just get off the couch and start walking. But if you write down 2 times walk and 1 times push-ups and squats and dips on a chair at home, then it becomes a little bit more believable as opposed to, on Monday, I think I might go for a run.
Yeah.
Because to turn up at work because it's ingrained in you, so we do the same with training. And that could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and there's your exercise taken care of, or it's a start anyway in the exercise.
That's where technology can be helpful as well, especially on the exercise side of things, or probably even on the diet side of things as well. There's great websites where you can input that data. I mean, if you didn't want to write things down, but you could type it out, and put it into a particular website that tabulates these things. But on the fitness side of things, there are great gadgets that you can use that will measure how far you've walked, or you can map your run, perhaps, as well on Google Maps.
Absolutely, you can. There's overkill amount of software, actually. Fitday.com is a free online nutritional thing, and it will tell you daily calorie and carbs and fats, and it's made more for America, but at least it gives you an indication. However, again, you have to be computer literate, and you and I are, so I think there's a time and place for the technology side, but I think everyone skips straight to that.
Right.
And then they miss the simplicity of a simple hardcover book.
Write it down.
Write it down.
Yep. Yep.
It's not to say that you wouldn't use it. I think it's just later on when you're more into the intermediate.
Okay. Get the basics right first there, Spida.
Yes, mate. Fundamentals. I sound like a teacher.
No, that's a really good point. I take your point there, actually. I want to skip straight to the fun bits.
Yeah. What hard yards? Come on. Show me the technology, the pool.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are lots of ways to do it. In my experience, people get tripped up on it and end up doing nothing or overcomplicate it and showing me this awesome free software that they've downloaded, and I ask them how many times I've used it, and they go, no, not yet.
Just had a look, opened it up, it looked good.
Yeah, but it tells you how massive you can be if you do this. Have you done it? No.
No.
So, no. And then you've got, other things, like you could put in the part of the puzzle, because you can overcomplicate the puzzle. So nutrition, training program, and then you can put in there other stuff, family and, things, roadblocks that you can see and roadblocks that you can't see.
Okay, so obstacles that you need to get over.
Obstacles, yeah.
Right.
Obstacles could be work, for example, kick off at 6 a.m., finish late at night or something like that. That's an obstacle.
Yeah.
It could be family. There's all sorts of reasons. Some of them will be real to you and may not be real to me or to others. But that's part of writing it down. You just write down what you think is real, and then over time you can cross that off to realise that it was just perception of something.
So that's the beginnings of laying down an actual strategy for fat loss or weight loss or whatever your goal be.
That's right. It's as simple as that. Wammo, we just tend to overcomplicate it, as we do with most things. We've talked about it lots before. There's, make it harder than it needs to be. I don't know why we do that. Actually, got no idea.
Human nature.
Human nature, just the way it is.
Yeah. Spida, thanks so much for that.
My pleasure, Wammo. Thank you.
People have got more questions for you. They can hit you up on the blog, ehpfitness.com, on Twitter as well, twitter.com/Spida Hunter, SPIDA Hunter, one word. You've also got a Facebook page as well, don't you?
Yes, it does.
How can we find that?
Oh, mate, you just go to Facebook, and there'll be a fan page there for EHP Fitness.
EHP Fitness, just type in that and you'll come across it. Cheers, Spida, until next week.
Thank you, sir.
Let's have a better fitness IQ.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
See ya.
Okay, mate,
11 minutes away from 8.